There are 3 common myths about reconciling a marriage during separation that are currently preventing you from making progress with your wife. And what makes these myths so deadly is that they make a lot of sense, and that's why so many men fall into the trap of believing them and doom the marriage. On today's video, I'm going to bust these 3 myths so you can begin to build the foundation for a new unbreakable marriage with your wife. Myth number 1, it takes 2 people to save a marriage. Now this is completely wrong. It does not take 2 people to save a marriage, and I'm going to explain why. So imagine that you and your wife are playing couples tennis and you are getting absolutely hammered. Your opponent is kicking your ass because, well, neither of you really learned how to play tennis, and you're starting to bicker with each other and everything's falling apart. This pretty much represents your marriage in crisis. Now imagine for a moment we take you to the side where you step into the matrix like Neo, and we hook you up to a program that is going to teach you all these new skills of how to play tennis. So you learn how to stay calm under pressure, support your wife, then the technical side of how to smash, how to serve. Now we put you back into the game. What's going to happen? How are you and your wife going to play against that opponent? Are you going to do a hell of a lot better? Of course you are, because you've learned the skill set to win at tennis. This is the exact same issue that you're currently facing in your marriage. Nobody ever taught you how to build a deeply loving, intimate relationship with your wife, so no wonder you got to this point. The solution here is simple. You can save your marriage when you learn the skill set to create a new unbreakable marriage. Myth number 2, she needs to see my change in order for her to want to work on the marriage. Now this one makes a hell of a lot of sense. How is your wife going to want to work in the marriage if she cannot see your change? But here, brother, you're making 2 deadly assumptions. 1 is that your wife can actually see your change if you're around her, and 2, that it's your job to show her your change. So let's dig into these 2 deadly assumptions a little bit deeper. So you're assuming that your wife can actually see your change, which she cannot. And the reason that she cannot see your change is because she's filled with hurt. She's got all that anger, resentment, frustration. It's all built up in the marriage, and she's come to a belief that, you know what, you can never change. And new information coming in, she's just not going to accept it. She's got what they call confirmation bias. She's seen what's happened in the past. She's accepted that you will not change, and any new information that comes in is just ignored. Okay, so it's really pointless trying to show her your change. The second point here is that you're actually trying to show her your change means you're actively being a show pony. Now, I've done a different video where I explain exactly what a show pony is. I'll link it up above. But this is basically where you try to show your wife that you've changed. So you start cleaning up the house more, looking after the kids more, start trying to have new conversations, open up to show that you're emotionally available. And she just senses that you're really trying, you're pushing to try and get her to see your change. And this is just repulsive. At this point, you're probably thinking, dear Lord, I made all these mistakes. It's okay, everybody does. That's why we created our marriage restoration report. This is a personalized report that's going to highlight the mistakes that you need to avoid and the steps that you need to take to start building back a new unbreakable marriage. All you need to do to get this report is fill out a quick 2-minute quiz. You can find the link down below. Get your report today. So the truth is, separation can be a blessing in disguise because it stops you from trying to show your wife your change and gets you focused on what's really going to make the difference, focusing on you and learning that skill set to create an unbreakable marriage. Myth number 3, happy wife, happy life. This myth assumes that all you need to do is make your wife happy. Just have enough positive interactions and she'll reconsider and check back into the marriage. And this is total horseshit because it's relying on 2 deadly assumptions. Number 1, that you know what's going to make your wife happy. And number 2, that it's your job to make your wife happy. So let's dig into these deadly assumptions a little bit more. You're assuming that you actually know what's going to make your wife happy because, well, she told you all the reasons why she was unhappy in the marriage. You weren't around there with the kids. You didn't support her emotionally. You didn't open up. She didn't feel connected. She felt lonely. She's listed all the different reasons that she was unhappy in the marriage. So being a smart man, you start doing all the behaviors to try and rectify that. So you start trying to have more conversations with her, look after the kids more, clean up around the house, show her that you're emotionally available. Now, if that was really the thing that was going to make her happy, you wouldn't be watching this video. You would already be in a happy marriage. But you're not, and it's really frustrating. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret that not many people know. It doesn't matter what you do. Your wife will not see your change because really she wants you to change and do the work for you and not for her. Currently, you're making all these changes for her, and that is the wrong motivation. The second deadly assumption that you're making is that you are responsible for your wife's happiness. You're not. You are not responsible for your wife's happiness. She is. You are only responsible for your happiness. This is where you need to start focusing on and how you can bring about radical transformation. So rather than focusing on happy wife, happy life, change it to this. It takes courage to create a new unbreakable marriage. So now you understand the myths that have been holding you back. You want to watch this next video where I'm going to share a full guide on how to save your marriage during separation.